Hey, good evening. Sorry about that. I was just looking at my phone a bit. Sorry, I got kind of distracted here. But, I hope you're all doing well. And I just want to welcome you to my channel. My name is Matthew Reed. I'm a person that loves to express themselves, and I see photo and video as a way to do that. And I just want to take the opportunity to encourage you to do the same thing as well. Now, the reason I'm doing this, I just want to encourage everyone just to get out there, express yourselves in whatever way you want. Now, I'm going to look at this device, your smartphone, because it's a very powerful tool. You may not know it yet, but this channel, we're going to show you how the different ways in which you can do that. Now, we're going to look at some photos. Those two photos that you saw earlier, there is a reason why those two photos are edited two different ways. It's because of the app that was used to do it, which is the Lightroom app. So today I'm going to show you a bit how you can do that. Okay folks, so we are now in the Lightroom app and we have our picture selected. And what we're going to do right now, well, firstly, I usually start off by just selecting auto, but for this video, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to hit the selective tool, which is the tool that's to the extreme left here, the bottom of the options here that you have. Then select the plus icon on the top left. Then select the first one here, which is the brush tool. Alright, so what I like to do is to zoom in on the portion of the image that I want to select. Alright, so for this little box here, that little box that you're seeing there, or diamond, whatever you call it, I usually move it out of the way because it gets in the way when you're trying to select the area on the image that you want to highlight. So I'm gonna now select the parts that I want, which is this section here. So I want to put some golden brown, well, not golden brown, but golden color here to this section of the image. Alright, that's looking good. Also put a little bit on the clouds here. That's looking good so far. Alright, so now that I have done that, the next thing that I'm going to do is to go to the light tab and increase the exposure just a bit to about there. And the next thing I'm going to do is to go to the color tab, and at the top where you see temp, that represents temperature. So I'm gonna bring it to the right a bit, kind of get that warm temperature or that yellow look to the section that we highlighted. Alright, there you can see it coming in. Alright, so that's looking good. So I'm going to go below that to the tint, and we want a bit of a pinkish tint to it, not too much, just about there. And then we'll saturate it a bit. Then just below that we go to the color tab and select the orange color that we want. Right, so that's how we want that to look. Right, so that's looking good right there. I like how that's looking. And if you want to add more, if you want to, let's say you want it to look a little more golden, in this section you can highlight it again, highlight it some more actually. Alright, so that's looking just how we like it. Alright, I'm happy with that. So we're going to select OK down at the bottom here, this tick that you see in the bottom right hand corner. Select that to show that we are okay with what we have done. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to select the ocean. So we're going to hit the selective tool again. I'm going to select the brush tool, Let's zoom in on the, oh, let's get this box out of the way. As you can see, it's already affecting our image. We don't want that. So just zoom in a bit because I just want to focus on the outer part of the ocean. Alright, so let me zoom out on that a bit. Just want to select that section. The section that's actually under the sunlight, I'm gonna leave that a bit because, you know, we still want it to look natural. We don't want it to look artificial. Alright, now I think I have highlighted too much. So if that's the case, what you can do, you can hit the eraser that's right under the brush tool here, and then you can erase the part of the selected part that you don't want to highlight. Alright, good. So I'm liking that so far. Let's go back to the brush tool, and now I'm going to select color. So I want to have that looking a bit blue. So I've adjusted the temperature a bit to the cooler side, and I'm going to select a nice color for it. Alright, I think that's looking good. That's a bit natural as well, because, you know, for this edit I didn't want it to look, you know, artificial. Alright, so I am okay with that. Select OK. Then now for the rest of for the whole entire image, now we're gonna warm it up a bit. So I'm going to color and warm up that image a bit. Just a tint there. And then we're going to go to the mix tab that's right at the top there. The part that looks like a rainbow. Well, that's the best way I can describe it. Okay, we're going to select the orange color, and we're going to saturate that a bit. And we can also change the hue a bit to a reddish hue. Alright, so that's looking good. Much. We're gonna adjust the luminance because we want the edited portions to look bright. Alright, so I think I'm liking how it looks so far. Now we're gonna go to another tab that's beside the color tab at the bottom there, which is the effects tab, and we're gonna add some texture because we want some texture on the clouds. Now these tabs, you have to be careful. You can't go all the way to the right or all the way to the left. You have to do it, well, it's really up to you, but just saying that you have to be careful with that. You know, because if you go too far, it can create this artificial look to your image. It can make it look as if it's an artwork instead of an actual picture. So the clarity just a bit, and the haze just a bit. Yeah, sorry. So I'll work with that. Now because, you know, this is really looking moody, how I like it. So I'm just gonna expose it a little bit more. So go into the exposure, not too much. Alright, so that is looking good so far. So next I'm gonna go to the detail section. Let's add some sharpening to the image. Alright, I think that's looking good. We may use a little noise reduction, just a bit, because the thing with the noise tool is that if you go too far with it, it can cause your image to look, well, everything looks as if it's all painting. It's artwork. It doesn't look natural anymore, so you have to be careful with that. And everything is going to look smooth, and we don't really want that. So that's looking good as it is right now. And, you know, just a personal thing that I like to do to my images, going back to the effects tab, I like to add a little vignetting, and not the white one here. That doesn't look natural, so I add a bit of a dark vignetting. Alright, just a bit, not much that you'll even notice it, but it's there. Alright, so the final thing I like to do is go to the optics section, go to lens correction. Now what this does, it identifies the lens that took the image, which you will know that it's the lens of an iPhone 8 Plus, and it's going to adjust it to match how that lens should look. So let's do that. Alright, so so if you notice there, the image shifted a bit. Right, so that's what we want. So that's the look that I'm going for. Alright, and I'm happy with that. So the next thing I do here now is to just export it and post it on social media. Okay, so folks, we're looking at the same picture again, and this time we're going to edit it to look different. This time we want more clouds, we want a dark sky. That's what we're going for. So what I am going to do, I'm going to go into the selective tab here, select the brush tool and highlight the parts of the sky that, well, highlight the whole sky to be exact, because the sky, that's going to set the tone of the overall picture. So I want everything to look dark. So once I've done that, I'm going to go to light and exposure and underexpose the clouds, especially. Alright, so about that, because we don't want to look, we want it to look natural. Now for the whites, we're going to turn the whites all the way down. For the highlights, do the same, all the way down. So that's looking good. Alright, there's a section of the image that still looks a bit bright. Let's see if we can get that to look dark. Alright, so once that is done, we are going to add more clouds, because if you notice there, we still have light popping through the clouds. So we're going to the healing tool, which is right beside the selective tool, and we are going to tap on the clouds. So if you notice there are two circles. So the one on the left, that represents the image that we're going to mirror to the one on the right. So I want to cover this section here. Alright, so I'm gonna bring this circle here, and what I am going to do as well to increase the size of each circle. So I'm gonna increase it, let's do it to about 95. Alright, so let's work with that. Okay, so I'm satisfied with that. So tap on another section of the image. Alright, so that's looking good so far. So I'm liking how that looks so far. We do have a bit of sunlight in the background, but that's fine. So what I'm going to do is to select OK, and as you can see, we have more cloud coverage on our picture. Now to make that look realistic, because where the clouds are, the water should not be looking that bright. So we're going to go into the selective tool, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the brush tool. Brush tool seems to be my favorite tool here. And we just highlight that section on the water that looks bright. Alright. Alright, so that's looking good. I'm liking how that looks so far. Now another thing I'm going to do as well is just to change the color of the water a bit, because the overall image right now is totally gray, and we want to add a little color to that. So I'm going to go to the color section and tune the water to a nice blue. That's looking good. Alright, I just noticed something that doesn't look right, and it's that if you notice here, the section of the image to the shore is looking dark. Now I don't like how that looks, so I'm just going to use the eraser here and get rid of that. I don't mind that looking bright for now. What I'll do is to select that part of image, a different selective tool, a different brush tool. Alright, and expose that to create that natural look to it. Alright, so I'm okay with this, so I'm just gonna select color, nice color that. Alright, so that's looking good. I'm liking how this looks. So now let's go to the selective tool, and we're gonna select the brush. Move that box out of the way. Alright, so go to light and exposure and expose, underexpose that section. Alright, so if you notice there, it's not looking right. We're gonna bring down the highlights as well. Alright, so that's looking good. I'm liking how that looks so far. Alright, so the next thing that we want to do is that we want to get rid of this section down here that's right at the bottom of the image. It looks bright as if there's some sunlight popping through somewhere, which we don't want that. So I'm going to go to the selective tool, and I'm gonna select that. Okay, so I'm liking how that looks. Okay, good. Right, now let's go back to the overall image. We wanted to have that kind of bluish look to it. Yeah, so that's looking real nice right now. And the next thing that I'm going to do is go to the effects tab. I'm going to add some texture to the clouds and the waves. Clarity just a bit, and dehaze that image. So that's looking really dark and ominous. And we're going to go to the vignetting and add a little vignetting to it. Just about right. Now I am going to go back to the light section and add just a little exposure to it. Alright, so that's looking like a cloudy day. Alright, so that's it, guys. So that's how you take one image, you edit that same image to look in any way that you want using the Lightroom app. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the edits, and I just want to let you know that your cell phone is a powerful tool. Don't ever underestimate the value of what you have in your pocket. Trust me, it's a pocket rocket. It's powerful. So, take those pics, take those videos, edit them how you like, and let me know if there are any apps that you want me to look at, any apps that you want me to review or do a tutorial on them. You can let me know anytime. Leave a comment below. And there's one thing I think I'm missing out that I should mention. Oh yeah, like and subscribe to this channel so you won't miss any notifications about any videos or anything that's posted. Alright, so guess what? I'm gonna talk to you later. Peace out.